Hi guys, I hope you're well. I wanted to do a quick story time about a big challenge that I faced last night in anorexia recovery. I broke an eating disorder rule that got me a little bit closer to freedom, so let me share. Also, this rule that I faced just shows how irrational eating disorders are. Let me explain. I only feel safe having a Magnum on a Friday and a Sunday. Just steep that for a minute because that is so strange. A Magnum on a Friday is fine, but if I was to have that Magnum on another day, that would stress me out, which just shows how irrational it is. But whilst being on holiday, I've literally had an ice cream every single day. And so yesterday was Monday and I got really stressed when my mum gave me another Magnum for my pudding. But here are my mum's little words of wisdom.
And look at the moon, keeping me safe so I can go to EDA.
And she reminded me that this rule is literally made up by my eating disorder. Having an ice cream is not a crime. And the rest of my family are all eating the same number of Magnums as I am. And if it doesn't faze them, then it shouldn't faze me either. I also need to think to myself, what would the Megan without an eating disorder do? Because mint Magnums have always been my favourite. And I know that even though my eating disorder hates me to say it, I love ice cream. And it's not the food that's the problem, it's my brain that's the problem. So therefore, I need to work on rewiring my brain. And missing out on ice cream and engaging with my eating disorder is not going to help in that rewiring. These Magnums are getting me closer to freedom. And anything that goes against my eating disorder is a good decision. So take this as your sign to go and challenge a food rule today. Because your eating disorder lies. And it's time to gain back control. I'm sending you so much love. You've got this.